Hello, and welcome to Your Money 2.0. I'm Thomas Fox, Community Outreach Director of Cambridge Credit Counseling. Both the House and Senate have passed bills to overhaul the country's financial regulatory system. There are several significant differences remaining between the two bills that will need to be reconciled before Congress approves final legislation for the President to sign into law. Each version of the bill calls for the creation of a new consumer protection agency to prevent abuses in mortgage and credit card lending. Each bill would also give the government power to wind down large failing financial firms, to regulate banks and other institutions with more than $10 billion in assets, and to exercise authority over all mortgage-related businesses. The proposed legislation also includes tough new restrictions that would be imposed on derivative markets and credit rating agencies, and measures that would provide shareholders with a say in corporate affairs. Some of the items that didn't make the cut were just as interesting. The Senate rejected a proposal that would have required homebuyers to place a minimum 5% down payment on their mortgage. This is a good move or a bad move depending on who you ask. The good move camp says that stifling homeownership is not the answer when the country has so much unsold housing inventory. The bad move camp says that unless you have some skin in the game or a vested interest, more people would take a casual approach toward the serious responsibility of homeownership, eventually putting us right back where we were a few years ago. Another amendment to the Senate bill that didn't come up for consideration would have clamped down on the rampant abuses in the debt settlement industry. When the Senate voted to close discussion of additional amendments, you could almost hear the debt settlement industry executives cheering, but that bill, sponsored by Senators Schumer and McCaskill, will very likely be proposed in its own in the future after the FTC releases its own settlement rules this summer. Both versions of the bill also call for the creation of some sort of consumer financial protection agency, which would be responsible for establishing rules, enforcing regulations, and examining the products and practices of a variety of financial institutions. The two versions differ as to the ultimate authority and independence of the new agency, differences that will have to be ironed out by the conference committee. The House bill would establish an independent consumer financial protection agency that would take over many oversight responsibilities currently held by the Federal Reserve and other federal banking regulatory authorities. The Senate bill would create a Consumer Financial Protection Bureau within the Federal Reserve. The proposed agency has sparked plenty of controversy, and it's easy to guess who's on each side. Consumer advocates are in favor of the more powerful agency, welcoming regulations that would protect consumers as they struggle to make complicated financial decisions. The detractors, you guessed it, financial institutions, have a laundry list of objections. Something I think both sides can agree on is the American public and our economy need some measure of protection from those who will put profits in front of ethics. Well, that's it for this edition. As always, we welcome your feedback and ask for your thoughts and suggestions by emailing us at yourmoney2@cambridgecredit.org. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Thomas Fox for Cambridge Credit Counseling.